Welcome to Touring Globe. Here are 5 days backpacking across Japan on $100. 5 days backpacking across Japan on $100, my cheapest adventure ever. Backpacking across Japan is a dream for many travelers. But doing it on $100? That's not just a dream, it's borderline insane. Japan is known for sushi bars, bullet trains, robot cafes, and high-tech toilets, but this trip was going to be different. This was about survival, creativity, and pushing my limits. Could I last 5 days with just 15,000 yen in my pocket? I decided to find out. Day 1, Tokyo. Cheap meals, shrines, and strategy. I landed at Narita Airport, excited but already cautious. First lesson: skip taxis at all costs. A cab from the airport can cost over $100 alone. Instead, I bought a Kaisei Access Express train ticket for 1,200 yen and arrived in downtown Tokyo in under an hour. My goal on day 1 was simple: spend as little as possible and set the tone for the trip. I walked to Asakusa, one of the most traditional parts of Tokyo. There, I visited Sensoji Temple, beautiful, historic, and free to enter. I washed my hands at the purification fountain, lit incense with the locals, and absorbed the calm. For lunch, I discovered the holy grail of budget travel: konbini meals. I picked up an onigiri rice ball for 130 yen, a cup of instant miso soup for 100 yen, and a bottle of green tea for 100 yen. That's less than $2.50 for a full meal. Accommodation was my biggest daily expense. I booked a capsule hostel in Ueno for 2,200 yen. It was clean, quiet, and had shared showers and lockers. That night, I ate a cold convenience store bento for 400 yen, sat on a park bench, and watched Tokyo go from fast-paced neon to sleepy and silent. Total spent, 3,930 yen. Remaining, 11,070 yen. Day 2, exploring Yokohama. A day of free views and festival vibes. In the morning, I grabbed a banana and boiled egg set for 150 yen and hopped on the train to Yokohama, Tokyo's neighbor city known for its harbor and Chinatown. The ride cost me 470 yen, and I arrived just in time for the city waking up. I visited Yamashita Park, a scenic stretch along the bay with incredible views of the ocean and the city skyline. It was peaceful, full of joggers, couples, and the occasional street performer. From there, I walked to the Osanbashi Pier, which is completely free and offers panoramic views of ships docking, seagulls flying overhead, and skyscrapers reflecting off the water. In Chinatown, I had a small victory: a vendor selling steamed pork buns for 180 yen. Hot, doughy, flavorful. I bought one and took my time with it. I also found a Japanese street festival in progress, where a kind vendor handed me a free cup of cold barley tea and some senbei, rice crackers. Dinner that night was a 490 yen curry bowl from a small family-run eatery I found walking through Naka Ward. No English menu, but pointing and smiling got me there. Total spent, 1 yen, 290. Remaining, 9,780 yen. Day 3, Tokyo to Kyoto on a budget: temples, night buses, and street food. I knew Kyoto would be a highlight. But getting there was tricky. A bullet train, Shinkansen, costs over 13,000 yen, my whole budget. Instead, I booked a Willer Express night bus for 3,000 yen, saving money and skipping a night in a hostel. Before leaving, I had a full Tokyo day on a tight budget. I explored Meiji Shrine, walked through Yoyogi Park, and browsed the trendy neighborhoods of Harajuku and Shibuya. All free. For lunch, I found a 300 yen gyudon, beef bowl, at Sukiya, a chain popular among students and workers. It was savory, hot, and satisfying. I filled up on water at public fountains and rested at a manga cafe for free, just browsing. The night bus departed at 10:30 p.m. Not comfortable, but I slept. Total spent, 3,300 yen. Remaining, 6,480 yen. Day 4, Kyoto. Sunrise temples, free gardens, and local kindness. I arrived in Kyoto just after sunrise. The cool morning air and mist-covered temples made it feel like I'd stepped into a dream. My first stop, Fushimi Inari Taisha. The hike through thousands of vermilion torii gates was unforgettable and free. Afterward, I explored Gyeon district, home to geisha culture and centuries-old wooden homes. I had a cheap breakfast, sweet red bean bun and hot tea for 220 yen, bought from a quiet bakery tucked in an alley. Lunch was a surprise. A local university student noticed I looked lost or hungry and invited me to his school cafeteria. I got a meal voucher and paid 250 yen for a hearty dish of rice, fried tofu, miso soup, and pickled vegetables. Clean, healthy, and made with love. For the night, I booked a bed in a shared dorm at a guest house for 1,400 yen. There, I met travelers from Germany, Korea, and Indonesia. We exchanged stories and shared snacks from our bags. Total spent, 1,870 yen. Remaining, 4,610 yen. Day 5 Osaka finale. Neon dreams and final yen. With 1 day left, I made the short train ride to Osaka for 560 yen. Known for food and nightlife, Osaka was my final playground. I walked down Dotonbori Street, soaking in the lights, the sounds, the chaos. Though my budget was nearly gone, I managed a treat, a single stick of takoyaki for 180 yen, piping hot and crispy. I watched locals line up for okonomiyaki and kushikatsu and promised myself I'd return one day with a bigger budget. My final meal was a konbini bento, bought on a 30% discount sticker for 280 yen. Not glamorous, but oddly satisfying. That night, I couch-surfed with a Japanese man who had spent time in New Zealand and wanted to swap stories. We talked for hours. He served me tea. I gave him my last chocolate bar from home. It was the perfect end to a tight, intense, unforgettable journey. Final total spent, 15,000 yen. Budget, complete. I traveled across Japan, one of the most developed and pricey nations in the world, on just $100. I skipped luxuries, embraced discomfort, and got closer to the heart of the culture. I learned to slow down, to savor simplicity, and to trust that kindness is a language spoken everywhere. This wasn't just a money-saving mission. It was a reminder, you don't need riches to feel rich. You need curiosity. You need courage. And sometimes, just one hot rice ball can be the best meal you've ever had. If you want to stay ahead of the curve and discover more insights into the future of travel, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. Until next time, travel well, travel thoughtfully.